All right, so I was on a call with my friend using a Bluetooth, and then I saw this gang activity, but I was gonna walk past it. So since I know they will accuse me of interfering, I whip up my camera and start recording. By the time I got here, they already have the person in handcuffs and probably getting ready to place her in one of the patrol units. So they had a female, I think he's a female, so they have a female officer come and do a pat down or whatever. And so as I was walking, as you can see on the sidewalk, and I was still on the phone. That's why there's no audio. So I was still on the phone using my Bluetooth. So that officer Ritchie. So I didn't say anything to them. As soon as I passed the officer Ritchie asked me if I needed help. And so that's when I turned around and I asked him as I went there, and he asked me again if I needed help. And I asked him, well, did I ask for help? So this became an exchange. Then he asked me if I'm okay, if I almost sounding like I have a mental problem. So I called him out, right? And I asked him his name, and then he said, I know him. And I'm like, what is it? So he told me his name, and then he called me Hayward. So that gave me the idea that he, after our last encounter, he went and looked me up, or he went and asked about me. So he has some information. He just didn't remember my name correctly. So now this officer here is telling me to move back. After I asked her for her name, she refused. So I'm like, I'm not, like, I didn't say I'm not moving back. I'm like, I want your name. So I reminded her about the policy. Then finally she gave me a name. So she asked me to move back. So I took a couple of steps back, right? I took a couple of steps back. Then she said to move back to the corner. So when I turn around and I look at the corner, I told her, no, I'm not going to the corner. I'm just going to stand here. And that's why I moved back. As you can see, I moved back and I stand over there. And now suddenly she says, oh, there's a prisoner or in the car. And I'm like, I'm on the sidewalk. I'm like, you interfered with my investigation. That's why I'm here. If truly, really and truly, if they didn't say anything to me, I would have kept walking because, like I told you, when I got there, the lady was already in handcuffs and they were placing her in the back of the patrol unit, so there was nothing to do. So anyway, I stand there and I'm still on the call talking to my friend, so my friend can hear what is going on. And I berated the lady. I told her all kind of stuff. So anyway, as you can see, they are searching the car, and I didn't know why they were searching the car. So I was explaining to my friend why they were searching the car, and I'm like, I suspect they are towing the car, so they have to search it as an inventory search. So I was explaining that to my friend. So that's what is going on. Yeah. So as you can see, they are doing a search inventory. Now I have cut a lot out of it. That do you see anybody with a clipboard writing what they are searching? What they're really doing is they're using the so-called inventory search to look for something else to harm the young lady they have arrested. Now at this time, I'm not sure. I think, and we will see in a bit, a supervisor has arrived. There's a supervisor there, I think so, and we will see the supervisor walk over there. That's the supervisor, Javier Cantu, and he will go there, and then Officer Ritchie would lie to him and tell him, I requested a supervisor. I never requested a supervisor because nothing happened there that I require a supervisor. So that's what he's lying to the supervisor and telling the supervisor he just said hello to me and something like that. And so the supervisor came thinking that I interfered with them, and I have to inform the supervisor they interfered with me. I was walking. So now look, the supervisor is gonna walk towards me, right? Because the guy told him I asked for supervisor when I didn't. So he's gonna walk towards me. Now he's gonna introduce himself, right? He comes there pretending, you see, pretending like he's this kind of decent man, And he tell me, oh, if I wanted a supervisor. I told him, no, I never requested a supervisor. It should have ended over there. But no. So he start talking and we're talking and he being nice. And then and then as we start talking, and I was telling him that, look, the only, if I have any issues, the lady should have identified herself when I asked her, instead of telling me the bullshit about my phone recorded it or all those kind of things. So I'm really here not to file a complaint, but I just wanted to let the lady know that if we ask for the name, they just have to just give it. That's it. They don't have to be sassy about it. And so he tried to say I interrupted the investigation. I said, no, they interrupted me because I was walking, minding my business when they interrupted me. That's why I stopped. Anyway, so as this was going on, he got the he got the feeling that I'm not a bootlicker, so he got nasty. And then he, on his way out, maybe it will show up here, he said, oh, he want to disengage. And I'm like, you free to disengage. I didn't call you, you came here, right? And then, as a coward as it is, he instructed the lady, the young police officer, that if I touch the car, they should arrest me. And I'm like, sir, I have been on the sidewalk. I have not moved anywhere. They stopped me. I was walking and they called me. So if you want to arrest me, like, I didn't say that, but I'm like, how they have to give directives like they're always in charge. And this is the problem. I was explaining it. Every time I explain something, he has an excuse to excuse the police. And so that's what we're talking. Now, his name is Javier Cantu. If you go on my channel, there's another Javier Cantu from another unit. And so when he told me his name, right, look, at this point, he's telling me that I should have not walked on the sidewalk. I should have walked on the grass. That's what he's telling me. I should have walk on the grass instead of the sidewalk. Can you believe that bullshit? Right? So at this time, I tell him my name. So up to this point, he thinks that I more like I'm a cool guy in the sense that that as the conversation draws on, he realizes that I'm not a bootlicker, and he got nasty. Even my friend on the phone is like, how come the guy suddenly got nasty? I say, yes. That's how they are when they realize, like, you're not worshiping them, Everything I said, this guy will have an excuse to justify why the police did something, even if it makes no sense. And so that's what we were talking about. We're just talking generally, and I'll say this and I'll say that. And I'm like, look, you just have to correct the lady. He's like, oh, well, the lady gave her name. I'm like, that I didn't ever say she didn't give her name. I'm saying that she got sassy before she gave the name, when the policy clearly states that they have to be polite and respectful and give their name. It doesn't say that you have to give your name when you interact with the citizen. It says when a citizen asks for your name, you have to be polite and give it. And that's what you have to instruct the lady. So he was telling me, okay, well, I'll go and look at the video if it happened. I'm like, the lady is standing there. You can ask her. Right? But no, they don't want that embarrassment, right? And so that's what we having. That's the debate that's going on over there between me and him. So at this time, he's getting nasty. At this time, he's getting nasty, And I was explaining to him that I don't want to file a complaint on the lady because it's not a big deal. And then he said, oh, are you threatening me? And I'm like, no, I just told you what the issue is. You just have to correct the lady, and that's just about it. And then he wants to tell me where I can go file a complaint. So I tell him, you don't need to tell me. I know how to file a complaint. And he got mad and say, oh, yeah, you just want to just talk. And that's what he was saying, right? So he got really nasty, even my friend on the phone, right? So that's where he started to disengage. And he's like, he disengaging like I am holding him. I'm like, sir, I didn't call you. You came here on your own will. You are free to leave. So they were telling me I'm free to leave. So I told them, well, if I'm free to leave, I'm free to stay. And so that was the conversation. Now, you will see what I told you. He will stand there and, right? That's when he's telling me to go to internal affairs, and I told him, no, I know where it is. You don't need to tell me. If I want to file a complaint, I can go. Now you see, then he said, oh, you just want to talk. I said, no. Yes, sir. I think it is used to people worshiping him, and suddenly he realized that I don't worship him and I don't even respect him. So that's why he got mad. Now he's gonna talk to the lady, and now at this point he's telling the lady, if I come and touch the car, arrest me. Why don't you arrest me yourself, right? And so that's what is going on. So as you can see, they continue the search. They brought some of the things outside, but like I told you, you don't see them with any clipboard writing anything. So this search, even though it is pursuant to the towing or inventory search, they're really not taking inventory, which means they're looking for contraband or something else to pile up on the lady. Yeah. And so that's what is going on. So basically, and I'm still on the phone talking to my friend, but they cannot see the Bluetooth in my ear because my hair was down, so covering they cannot see it. So they just think I'm just rambling and those kind of stuff. That's what they think is going on. But even though I was talking to them, I was still talking to my friend. So they wouldn't know when I'm switching between the two. And so at times I'll say things loud enough for them to know that I'm talking about them. And so that's basically that's what's going on. As you can see, they keep searching, and then finally, I think a guy came and they allowed a guy to take something out of the car. And then they towed the car. Basically, that's what it is. I didn't get a chance to chase down the guy to talk to him as to what was going on with the car, but basically that's what happened. Yeah. So this guy showed up, and I think he knows or he's related to the girl. So they let him go in the car to take something. So that's what he's doing. He takes something out of the car. Now, if they were doing an inventory, as they would say, they will have to check what he's taking, but nobody's going to check. He's just taking his stuff, but he's just going to take that backpack. I'm not sure if he took something else, and then he will walk away. And I should have run after him and talked to him, but I didn't want to leave my spot, you know. So he takes something else. I have a feeling this guy didn't have insurance. I think something like that. That's why they towing it. But I don't know. That's just a guess, you know. And so they let him take out something from the car. So I think if my memory serves me right, and then we are watching. So he just took that backpack and then bounced. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, then the tow driver just drove the car onto the tow truck and just drove off, and then everybody bounced. Basically, that's what happened. Yeah.